Hey there, finance enthusiasts. Welcome to another episode of Finance Dose, where we serve up a hearty helping of personal finance wisdom to boost your financial health. I'm your host, and today we're diving into a game-changing concept that could revolutionize the way you approach money and success. We're talking about the 80-20 rule, also known as the Pareto principle, and how it can help you work less and earn more. Sounds too good to be true? Well, stick around and I'll show you it's not only possible but also surprisingly simple. Before we jump in, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. You don't want to miss out on our weekly dose of financial insights that could transform your wallet and your life. And for my regulars, you know the drill. Drop a like and share this video with someone who needs to hear this. Let's spread the wealth of knowledge. Now let's get into it. The 80-20 rule isn't some complex financial theory. It's a practical principle that shows up everywhere in life. Italian economist Vilfredo Pareto noticed that 80% of Italy's land was owned by 20% of the population. This observation led to a broader principle. Roughly 80% of effects come from 20% of causes. In personal finance, this rule is pure gold. It means that 80% of your financial success likely comes from 20% of your efforts. Imagine that. You could potentially achieve most of your financial goals by focusing on just a few key areas. It's like finding a shortcut to wealth without cutting corners. Let me share a personal story. A few years back, I was working myself to the bone, juggling multiple side hustles alongside my day job. I thought more work equaled more money, but I was exhausted, stressed, and barely seeing any significant financial growth. Then, I stumbled upon the 80-20 rule. It was a light bulb moment. I took a hard look at my various income streams and realized that most of my earnings were coming from just one or two sources. So, I decided to double down on those and cut out the rest. The result? My income actually increased while my work hours decreased. I had more time, more money, and way less stress. It was a total game changer. But how can you apply this principle to your own finances? Let's break it down. First, take a good look at your income sources. Which ones are bringing in the most money for the least effort? These are your 20% activities. Focus on expanding and optimizing these. For instance, if you're a freelancer, identify your highest-paying clients or most profitable services. Put more energy into these areas and consider scaling back on less profitable ventures. Next, examine your expenses. You'll likely find that a small portion of your spending habits are causing the majority of your financial strain. Maybe it's that daily latte habit or those impulse online purchases. By identifying and addressing these key areas, you can dramatically improve your savings without feeling like you're sacrificing everything. When it comes to investing, the 80-20 rule is your best friend. Instead of trying to become an expert in every possible investment, focus on a few solid, well-researched options. As the legendary investor Warren Buffett once said, "Wide diversification is only required when investors do not understand what they are doing." By concentrating on a few high-quality investments, you can potentially see better returns with less effort. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking, but what if I'm missing out on opportunities by not doing everything? That's a common fear, but here's the thing. By focusing on what really matters, you're actually opening yourself up to bigger and better opportunities. You're freeing up time and mental energy to spot and seize the chances that will really move the needle for your finances. Remember, the goal here isn't to work yourself to death. It's to work smarter, not harder. As time management guru Timothy Ferriss puts it, focus on being productive instead of busy. By applying the 80-20 rule, you're doing just that. Before we wrap up, let's recap the key takeaways. 1. Identify your most profitable activities and focus on them. 2. Cut out or minimize the tasks that aren't contributing significantly to your financial success. 3. In your personal spending, pinpoint the few habits that are draining your wallet and address those first. 4. When investing, Concentrate on a few well-researched options rather than trying to do everything. Applying the 80-20 rule isn't about achieving perfection. It's about making significant improvements with focused effort. It's about working less, but working on the right things. So, what do you think? Are you ready to apply the 80-20 rule to your finances? Let me know in the comments how you plan to use this principle in your life. And if you've already had success with it, share your story. Your experience could be the inspiration someone else needs. That's all for today's Finance Dose. Remember, small focused changes can lead to big results. Keep optimizing, keep growing, and I'll see you in the next video. Stay financially savvy, friends.